start out with a few quotes for you regarding volunteerism. Without community service, we would not have a strong quality of life. It's important to the person who serves as well as the recipient. It's the way in which we ourselves develop and grow, says Dr. Dorothy Height. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world, for indeed, it's the only thing that ever has, says Margaret Mead. And Mahatma Gandhi says, I shall pass through this world but once. Any good, therefore, that I can do, or any kindness that I can show to any human being, let me do it now. Let me not defer or neglect it, for I shall not pass this way again. Volunteering is extremely important to all that we are about. And I had to ask myself the question, why do I volunteer? It is like fire in my belly. I want to be part of making the world a better place. It actually gives me a feeling that I can't translate into words. We all have time, the same amount of time. We all have talents, which vary differently. And we all have treasures of all amounts. Volunteering allows us to use those pieces, our time, our talents, and our treasures for the betterment of the greater good of our community. But I want to talk to you for just a moment about the idea of working with volunteers. Because as I look around this room, I see, and I heard several of you talking about your organization. And I will tell you from my perspective at United Way, our volunteers make our organization. So the first and foremost thing I would say in my top 10 list is make the volunteer feel important and do it genuinely and sincerely. You see, both of those are little principles of a guy named Dale Carnegie, but he says it best in the two words that I just used, genuine and sincere. Because you know what? People can eye out a fake in a heartbeat. Send them birthday cards, special occasion cards. Get to know what their hobbies are. Get to know about their children and their grandchildren. Find out what they are most interested in. Because you know what? When you find out what they're most interested in, you'll never get rid of them. You'll have them hooked. Make the volunteer feel that they are part of a team. Make sure that they have the information to do a good job. Treat the volunteer with respect and listen to their ideas. I know how easy it is to have my own ideas about my organization at United Way. But the thing that I have to keep an open mind about is I have a board of about 28 folks, and they have ideas too. And then we have a multitude of other volunteers that go out from there. They have ideas too. And they can come up with things that really work if we will only listen. And we brought them to the table and said, what is it that you think we ought to do with the money generated from women in this community? And after many meetings, they decided that teen pregnancy prevention was going to be the area that they wanted to be most involved with. And one example of the success of that is in School District 3, which is the Star Iva area. We've had over an 82% reduction in teen pregnancies in the last 11 years. Ideas. Volunteers have them. Educate the volunteer about the expectations of their task. Volunteers need to know exactly what you want them to do. Don't push your work off on them, though. Give them meaningful and appropriate tasks. Make their work with your organization real and relevant. Give the volunteer a fine reputation to live up to. Giving them awards is another way of taking their interest and their work and making it feel worthwhile. Volunteers aren't paid because they are worthless, but because they are priceless. Priceless people giving of their time, their talents, and their treasures.